and welcome to the show. I'm Inbaal. I'm a psychic tarot reader and witch, and I'm coming to you live from right here in the UK. I'm part of the Bigfoot Outlaw family. All of us are part of the Bigfoot Outlaw family, those presenting, those guesting, and very much those watching. We are coast to coast and across the world dealing with all matters paranormal. Tonight, I have the most unbelievable treat for you. Brace yourselves. Hi, Tora. Hi, Lola Nicole. Hi, Bigfoot. Behind the scenes, we also have the wonderful Christina pulling the levers and pressing the buttons. So big round of applause for her. But while you've got your hands in an applause motion, I would like to welcome an extremely special lady, an international tarot reader, and one of the few people skilled in the rare art of reading the coffee grounds. So right here from London, let me welcome Sinem Salman. You might know her as Golden Fortune. Hi, Sinem.
Hi, you okay, Inbaal?
Look, yeah, I'm great. You're looking very gorgeous. How are you
Thank
tonight?
you so much. Very well, thank you. Yes, you're
Everybody's
looking
really
lovely.
Oh, thank you. I made an effort.
Oh, bless you.
Everybody's
Oh,
really excited to meet you. And we're going to
absolutely.
do a demo reading for everybody to watch. And we're also going to do little readings for people watching together
Okay,
later on. But
that's fine.
before we jump into the readings, let's
Yes.
see. Laurie Sue is excited. She's saying this is definitely a treat. Before we go into the readings, I think we'll all love to learn a little bit more about you and about how
Absolutely.
you found your way into the esoteric life. So, is it something that always existed in your family?
My great nan and my auntie, yes, they used to read coffee grounds. And then when I was 18, I was around my auntie's and she was reading. They used in Cyprus, they have like coffee mornings, and the ladies come round and they all have their coffees, and then they just, as a hobby, they just read each other's cups. And I was looking one day and I kept seeing all these different patterns, and I said, I can see these, and I can, I can resemble what they are and what they mean. And then from then on, since I was 18, I started reading coffee cups.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. So,
yeah,
from what you're saying, it's more that you were able to just pick it up as a gift rather than have to be kind of pulled in and taught. And did the people around you, were they shocked that you were able to just pick it up?
they absolutely were. And when I was younger as well, I used to say something and it just happened. Every time I said, oh, this and this would happen. And it would happen within a day or so. And then
And
when I was reading coffee cups as well, whatever I said would happen to friends and family. I used to read to at first.
yeah,
I didn't do it publicly at first. For what, 20 odd years I was reading to just
yeah.
friends and family. And then one day my sister said to me, sis, you read really, really well, and whatever you say comes through quite naturally, and you've got that gift. So then I started to experiment, and I opened up a page on Instagram, and voila, here I am. And
Yeah.
now I read internationally, and yeah,
And you were recently featured in the Sun newspaper, right?
I was the
Yeah.
I've actually the Daily Star.
Oh, was it the start? I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so rude to not know it. Have you
The
got it?
Daily Star, yeah, I've got it.
Oh,
I
well
have,
done.
and yes, I was in that was my kitty Bonjour, because I've had him for just under 2 years now, and he's very, very spiritual. He helps me a lot, and he whenever I open the tarot, because I read tarots as well, and whenever I open the tarot cards or even the drawer to go and get my cards out, he
Yeah.
comes up onto the table and he's just ready there for me to lay the cards out. And once I lay them out, he touches them with his paws. So he's guiding me through the
Yeah.
reading.
And
Yeah, he's very
for
clever.
you yourself, when you started sort of seeing that you're getting things right and that it's quite consistent,
Yes.
was it shocking to you, or was it just like, matter of, of course you would?
Sometimes, do you know, even now, I do shock myself. It
Yeah.
does naturally, when you say something, and especially when you're reading first time for somebody,
Yeah.
and I see it all and I can sense it. It's more not just the cup, not just the cards, it's what I'm actually sensing as
Yeah.
well. It just comes naturally. And sometimes the names just start to appear, and I just say what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
and it all comes through. I have quite a special gift in a
Yeah.
spiritual world of mine, and I can hear and sense things as well. So
Amazing.
that's
And
even more of the
because
gift.
it came down the family line, was there any like items from the family that were handed down to you, or the special locations that were important back in the older generation that you still feel a connection to?
Nothing wasn't handed down to me as such. I just feel that my great nan, when she passed away, I just kept sensing her
Yeah.
around me. And that's the spiritual guidance that I have. I believe that she's with me all the time. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
believe
that's
the same.
yeah. And that's how
Yeah.
I think. And it's just, it, she gives me that guide, and that guide, and she helps me through.
Yeah, we actually had a question come through
Yes, of
whether
course.
reading the coffee grounds, Lorna Nicole is asking, is it similar to tea leaf reading, which is, a really interesting question.
It is. I read tea leaves as well, but it's in a different. So let's go with this cup,
Coffee,
basically.
yeah.
So when you go into the center, that's more of what's in your present and what's in your heart, what's in your home life, and what's present now inside. Whereas in a tea leaf, you would start around the outside and work your way in. Whereas with the coffee cup, we start from the handle, but I work my way from the bottom to the top.
That's really, really interesting. And then I know that coffee cup readings
Mhm.
are all around kind of the East Mediterranean and down the Arabian Peninsula. Do different cultures read slightly differently? Or would, say, a reader from Cyprus and a reader from Yemen do it more or less the same, even though it's thousands of miles away?
I believe it would be done the same way. There's only
Oh,
really one way of doing it, and you work your way from the handle. You start from the handle of the cup clockwise round, and that's how you would start from your present. Then 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then the 12 months. This is a year's worth
that's
of the
incredible. We've got lots of comments. Everybody's so excited. In
love.
about 20 minutes, you're going to demonstrate
I
exactly
am.
how you do it. And I personally cannot wait. Also, a personal hello to Mitali. Mwah, great to see you here.
Uh,
And if anyone is a new viewer, come into the comments and let us know. We want to welcome you. The Bigfoot Outlaw family is a paranormal slash esoteric slash I suppose even UFO witchy community, and
absolutely.
everyone is welcome. We're super, super inclusive. So I wanted to ask you, Sinem, so
Yeah,
you obviously sort of started the traditional way with a coffee cup, but I also know that you have a big following with your tarot cards. You also read different type of cards,
I do.
and you're also spiritually gifted. So, what order did they arrive? How did they sort of gather into your big toolkit of psychic gifts?
It was. It started off with my coffee readings first.
Yeah.
And then after my coffee readings, when I was in my 30s, I was starting experimenting with cards. It was just, um, I used to always play solitaire with normal play cards at first
Yeah.
with solitaire, and I was always intrigued, even when I was younger, with playing cards. I'd always we used to play. It's called rame, okay,
Yeah.
in Turkish, and rame here. Always used to play with cards. No board games, just cards. So I was always fascinated with that, and I'd always win as well. So I was,
What are
I
you
was
gonna
always
do? If
winning,
you're gifted, you're gifted.
and then I started reading through. I said these numbers are meaning things. So then I first started with playing cards. And then it was just coming to me spiritually, and I thought, and then I started with my angel cards. And
Yeah.
then I worked my way through, and the normal tarot deck, and I read various different kinds, but only when I feel that certain deck needs to be read to that certain person.
Yeah.
So I will just pick one up and just open it up, and it will reveal quite a lot of things to that
Yeah.
person in connection with. And normally I read my coffee with my tarot together. So it's
Yeah.
like a double reading session they have. So
Yeah.
whatever I gather from the coffee, I gather from the cards as well, and give them a double reading. So an in-depth reading of their past, present, future lines.
Yeah, because that's exactly what I was going to ask. Because I remember seeing a lot of your client reviews,
Yes,
and a lot of them go for the tarot and the coffee,
they do.
and you do them sort of really combined. So,
I do,
which
yeah.
do you do first? Do you have like a method, or do you go with your gut?
Well, what I do, the coffee gets opened first, and then I open the cards at the same time after I've opened the cup, because the cup is normally turned round onto the
Oh,
plate
you're
like this.
waiting for it to drip and dry.
And then we open the cards out, and then I analyze what's in the cup
Yeah.
as I'm opening the tarots, and then I pick up some bits from the cards, and then I pick up the bits from the coffee, and then I start to read through
Yeah.
their. Hmm.
And then, so I've got a weird question, but
Yes,
um, you had like a what I call like a regular career before. Have you
yes.
ever like hidden your spiritual side, or have you always been like out and proud and fully yourself? I want to
That's
know.
that's me. That's me. I've always been the weird one in the family.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Always been the loud, bubbly. She'll do whatever she pleases. If she doesn't care what people think, that's
but oh, that's incredible
that's me.
because I think
But I'm
there's
always
been
smiling.
there's
Yeah,
been a lot of changes, I think, within public perception
mm-hmm.
of sort of the psychic arts and alternative spirituality, and
Yes.
saying what you're saying now is fine. It's cool. We've got Instagram, there's TikTok, people talk about it. But you're talking about like 20 years ago
Yes.
when you're working a regular job, when you were just coming out of your teens,
Yes.
and you were out and proud back then. And I want, really for the younger people watching to understand how unusual that would have been. You guys don't know how
Absolutely.
good you got it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was one of the loud ones. One of the,
Yeah,
I was always there. always.
present.
Always in the pic. That's it. I was always present. But that's what people liked about me. Even my friends keep saying it. There is only one Sinem. There's no
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
And they even say that to me now. Even my clients, they say, there's only one of you, love.
And
But
I think being authentic and
yes,
also sort of being very no nonsense is such a gift because again, especially the kind of period we're living in at the moment, it's
absolutely.
difficult to kind of zoom in on anybody's honesty. But with you, there's no messing around. What
No.
you see is
What you
what
see
you
is what.
get. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and it's you're
That's it.
honest, you're authentic.
And
So
that's what they like, because whatever I see, that's another thing. If I see something good or bad, or whatever I see, I do tell them. I
yeah,
have to, I'm honest, and I will tell them exactly how it is. Yes.
yeah, yeah, that is really, really impressive. So I want to know a little bit more about the coffee as a tool. So I didn't know until like literally 15 minutes ago that you used a coffee machine. Um,
Yes.
you sent me the picture because the reading you're going to do for Rob, um,
Yes.
you prepared beforehand because obviously you're not going to leave in the middle of the podcast to go and make the
Of
coffee
course.
then.
It
Yeah.
just came to me, and I'm going, oh, I need to make that coffee.
And
Yes.
you sent me a picture of you making it, and that's like in a coffee machine. So in my imagination, it would have been like in a little mocha, boiling it up, like like how I remember we would do it on like
We
on
used
day
to.
trips.
Yes, we used to do it like that. Yep. In those
Yeah,
little, the little, we call them a jez there. I don't know what they
right.
call them in, yeah, but it's like a little. I've still got one of them actually, just in case my machine breaks down. I go and use that, and yep, I've got
Yeah,
one on the hob.
amazing. And then the coffee will come out.
Yes,
If you're obviously like on a remote reading, do you take a sip? Do you drink the whole thing? What's the system?
I wait for it to settle.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
wait
all
for
the
it to settle.
grounds have to get to the bottom, yeah?
Absolutely, I wait for it to settle a few minutes, and then I start to drink it and take sips in certain different directions like this. And then because I'm reading it in somebody else's name. Now, sometimes people do send me pictures of their coffee cup, their own coffee cup
Right.
that they drank, and they'll send me pictures through
Yeah.
online, and then I will then go from there. But if people don't have the coffee, then I do drink in their name. So then I say it as I'm drinking it. I will use the intentions of their name, and then when I finish drinking it, when I come down to just a little bit left, it tastes a bit gritty anyway, you'll know.
Yeah.
And then I'll then put um the top of the saucer over the
Yeah.
cup and turn it over.
Yeah. And then is there like a special length of time that you wait? Does it have to be
About
dry,
five
dry? Or is there
minutes.
different values? So if you leave it a little damper, a little like, is there let me go with my question, because what I mean is that when I do the tarot, because I'm a tarot girl,
Of course.
sometimes I'll lay them very, very broad, very, very wide, and I'll think, oh, that probably means like a very expansive person. And sometimes I lay them very, very tight, and I'll think, wow, this person was probably like one of 9 kids, and they like being, hemmed in. So this is
Absolutely.
what I mean, that if sometimes maybe the coffee remains like a little bit damper, or if it's a little drier, does that tell you, more about the person or their journey?
Yes, it can do. I normally wait 5 to 10 minutes. That's what I say normally. I come back to it, but sometimes, even when you wait, you could be waiting for half an hour and then turn that cup around. And if it's literally still wet and leaking, that means that there's emotions, a lot of emotions going on in that cup, and it's crying basically, and it's telling me that it's sad. Okay, so then that naturally shows, in that
Yeah,
person. But this has been waiting for what, 15 minutes,
yeah,
20 minutes? And yes, it's still a bit moist, but it's dry at least. It doesn't move.
yeah, yeah.
So
You've got
whatever,
really clear shapes there.
very much
Yeah,
so.
I can't wait until we get cracking with that. And then, so I've
Quite
got
dry.
other questions. I know it's really bad because I'm using the show as like my own my own way of learning stuff without having to like invest in learning it. So,
Yeah.
so I have like the best people to learn from. So are there equivalences? So you just sort of described when the coffee stays kind of wet, and you said it's emotions. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so that's like the cups in tarot.
Hmm.
What then would represent the equivalence of, say, fire, air, earth? Yeah, so material, um, um, mental, and oh my God, all my words are gone. Sorry.
It's okay, absolutely fine. So if it's quite fiery, now
Yes.
when I can see flames, is that what
Yeah,
you're
that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that means that they could have suffered a trauma,
Right.
depending on where it was. Because if it's in the past, then I'll see that from
Yeah.
the past of at the cup, or um, or they've got something that they're closed in and they can't get it out. If I see a dragon
Yeah.
and a dragon trying to, and the fire, the flame, then they're trying to they're trying to tell somebody something, but quite angrily, they're quite
Wow.
anxious and they really want to get it out of their system. Now
Yeah.
yes, that is exactly what you were
Amazing.
saying, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So fiery. And then if somebody's like a big overthinker, how would that show
Very much.
itself?
Too much going on. Then there'll be
Right.
too much
Busy, busy, busy.
lines. Too
Yeah.
much lines, yeah. And it's like constantly their brain is like a heavy head. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I will sense that.
In
I
your
will
own
sense
head.
that as I'm reading. I will sense if they've got that pain or wherever it is as well. Sometimes I sense that exactly where it is, and I will tell them, you've got too
Yeah.
much going on, there's a heavy head, and especially if I see eyes, and that's one with evil eyes. If I
Yeah.
notice a few eyes in the cup, inside the center of the cup, that's usually where people quite close to this person has got evil eyes over them. It's
Yeah. That's
causing
amazing. And
evil.
you'll just tell them.
And I tell them, yes, and I will just tell
Amazing.
them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really, really authentic. We've got some really interesting messages from people that say about smells. Yeah. So one of the viewers that started before saying she's been smelling coffee. So she must have sensed that you were coming. And then so Kay Dye saying, hey all, yes, smells can be messages in many ways. I wondered as family, both sides have questions and coffee smell only, but as see many ways, usually if say hi, usually can hear them. Right. So she says that her family that's passed over communicate with her by smells. Is it
Yes,
something
I can.
I was going to ask?
I can smell.
Right.
I did. I've got to tell you, I did a reading not so long ago, a few days back actually, and all I could smell was red roses. I
Oh,
could just smell the rose, but it was so intense, and I could see the forest like a bunch of roses
yeah.
in the cup as well. And I said to this person that I was reading to, I said, I'm getting this spiritual sense and the smell, and it was a motherly figure, and yes, she loved roses, and
Oh,
it started coming through, and yeah,
yeah.
her scent was rose. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And
So
it's such a
it's
comforting message, isn't
absolutely,
it?
absolutely, because she was there, and as when we opened the cards, her name came through, and that was even better. That was lovely, absolutely lovely spiritual, um, a beautiful spiritual guidance that evening. It was amazing.
And look at that. That is, you couldn't make it up. Kay Dyer just got back with a message that says, my mum's middle name, lol. So you suddenly thinking about the roses, because you do readings all day, every day. You could have come up with any funny story, anything at all. But that
Oh,
story came to
bless you,
you as a
whoever.
message connecting with
Bless
Kay.
you,
So that is absolutely beautiful.
bless
So, and Tor, hi Tor, sorry I didn't say hi, saying that's beautiful about the roses. So that's a really moving story. I've got just one last question before we go into the demonstrations.
you.
I
Okay,
know that you've got loads of kids. Are any of them gifted as well?
my youngest boy, oh my God, he
Yeah.
tells me his dreams. And so does
Oh,
my middle one, my daughter.
yeah.
And she does as well. And it's shocking how the younger ones, they can see through a lot.
Yeah.
And I believe that they are. They're very spiritual. And she
That's
says sometimes, Mum, can you come into my room and cleanse my room because I
yeah,
don't feel quite right. She can suffer with a little bit of anxiety as well.
yeah,
So we cleanse with my olive leaves and my bay
yeah.
leaves. I burn them around the house and we go around there. We
That's
do it.
amazing.
And then
Yeah.
she's happy. She's happy then.
Is it your daughter? You and your daughter used to make like
My
you
eldest
like
daughter.
candles, yeah? Yeah, because I
I
have one
said
of
you
your
one, didn't
candles.
I know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's my eldest daughter, yeah. Mashallah, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God bless her.
Mm.
So we have a lovely guest. It's actually my
Ah,
buddy Rob, who,
welcome.
because I know that you don't know each other,
No.
then I invited him to have a reading from you. He's been excited about it since the minute you said yes. Yes, coming on the show. He's been queuing up especially for you. So let's welcome him on. Everybody give a Bigfoot Outlaw welcome to
Hi.
Rob. Hey, love, how are
Hi.
Hello,
You
hello.
you?
okay?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Lovely. Not too bad, thank you.
Good. I'm so excited.
Oh, wow. Mashallah. Me too.
So I gave Sinem beforehand your full name and your date of birth. I
Yes.
forwarded you the picture of her coffee cup, but from here on, I don't have anything to add. So it's the two of you guys. Enjoy your reading, Robert.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. Rob, so I'm going to start from the handle of the cup, okay? This is your present line, okay? And it shows that there's some kind of a document, a white paper here. Look, I can see this just here. You can see there. And it's showing me that you need to sign this very soon. You're going to receive and sign it, and then a door's going to open for you. I can see something new, a change. So this could be like a new work. It's like a new work line. Or it could be something that's you'll be in the same department but higher level, because I can see steps. And it's like you're going high up in your career line.
It's always good. Always good.
Absolutely, mashallah. And this is quite soon because it's around your present line. So this is what you're hoping for. You're hoping for changes.
Mhm.
I can see a key. Now you've opened a door to like a new home or a new residence. There is a change, and it looks like that you're going to move in somewhere quite soon, if not already have done.
Okay.
You have 2 travel lines. But it looks like you're traveling away for like some kind of a business or whatever work line that you're doing. You need to travel for this, and then you'll come back and then travel again, and that's when you will succeed in this work, whatever you're doing here. You will upgrade and you will get promoted.
Can I ask? All right, on
Yes,
my yeah. Can this be something that's like spiritual work? Because it makes a lot of sense for a spiritual path.
absolutely. Of course it
But
can be.
it's work. It is work.
It is. Well, of course it is. It's
Yeah.
your work, isn't it? Of course.
Mhm.
And this is what you're doing. And if this is and your intentions are in this cup, because I drank in your name. So whatever, and deep down I can see inside as well, you've got like 3 little, can you see those 3 little, oh God, sorry, bear with me. I'm not good at this. Those 3 little dots inside the middle.
Yeah, I see. I see.
It looks like a triangle, doesn't it? Like the
Mhm.
3 dots close together. They're 3 packages, right? And you've got your intentions. You've got 3 things that you want to achieve. okay? And you will achieve them. And I can see the number 3 as well. So all 3 of them, and they're white, they're going to be achieved. So whatever you're wished for, or whatever you want to achieve, that is coming through, and it will come through within 3.
Okay.
So it will come through within either 3 weeks or 3 months at the most.
Okay. 3 weeks makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does.
Sooner, better sooner. Yep. And there is a
sense.
T. Now, the letter T. Now, this could be for a person that you're thinking of as well, that you're probably going to go with, or you're probably going to see. T and an E is next to this line.
Okay.
So if that makes sense to you, we can come back to those letters, okay? This T and E is quite close to you, quite close to your heart as well. So someone very close. And do you know what? This person really respects you and is very proud of you.
Oh, that's nice to know.
There is a spiritual guidance. Bear with me. There is a past, okay? Now, a fatherly figure. Now, this could be a granddad. Are you carrying somebody's name?
My dad's. It's my middle name is my dad's name.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. David. Who's David?
My uncle.
Okay.
Recently got back into contact with. Haven't spoken to him in like 20 years.
God. Oh my God, that's from the past. See, I was telling you about the past, wasn't? And oh my God, he's come through. And you know, that granddad, you know the fatherly figure I was telling you about?
Mm-hmm.
He's drawn him through to you. There is something there.
Okay.
Who was in the army? It's like they were wearing it's like grey. It's like a grey outfit, grey hat, or maybe it's the photo that I'm seeing is grey. So it might be your granddad's.
I was going to say my granddad was.
Yeah. Mashallah. Do you know, I think your granddad's with us. He's in this cup.
Oh.
He's absolutely with us.
We drink coffee like this for my culture as well.
Makes sense. Mashallah, that's amazing. Oh, wow. Do you know what? I sense a bit of Middle Eastern. Have you got that? Is it Middle Eastern? Yeah. Oh, wow. Amazing. Do you know, I really, as soon as I saw you, I warmed to you very quickly because there's a connection. And I get that. My husband's from Turkey.
Okay.
So I get that. My mum's Turkish Cypriot. So we have that sort of connection, and I sense it straight away, and I feel that warmth. All I'm feeling, normally I get cold, okay? Cold hands, cold feet, but I feel quite warm this evening, and that's usually because I'm connecting quite well with the person that I'm talking to. That's amazing. You've got such a clean heart, honestly. And you know what? Because of this, maybe in your past, you've had a lot of people that have taken advantage of you, used you in a way of your kindness.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I sensed from your past line. And that's where I could see the lines of, can you see like the lines of flames coming up and swirling? That's the fire, and that's the past where you don't actually want to go there, but you need to open that up for you to then close that off, because sometimes we don't open our past, but we still carry it with us. Okay. And then that's another thing that I do healing, And we go right down to the past and then go to the present and future. That's when we can gather all that trauma that you received in the past, and then when you open all that up, you feel so much more better in yourself afterwards, because you've sort of finalized, you've sort of opened it, and now you can close it forever, because you've managed to talk about it. And that's where I saw some of the past where you don't really want to go there. But if you wanted an intense reading again, maybe another time, we can then go and we can take that further and read further into your lines. But in your future line, it looks absolutely clear. Look, all those lines after your trip away. It's I'm sorry, bear with me. Oh my God, I'm useless at this. There, all that on this side, so facing opposite to your present, is absolutely clear. It's amazing. And you're going away. You're going to go away. You're going to travel for a long time,
Does it say where I'm going?
Do you know, it shows like an island, but it's not that big. It's not a big country. So it's an island that you're going to. But I can see 2 travel lines. So you're going to go somewhere short for a few days, come back, and then go for longer.
Okay.
Okay? And you're going to go with somebody. You're going to take someone with you. Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be amazing. You've got a Scorpio, but bear with me, because the person that you might be traveling with could be a Scorpio.
Okay.
But within yourself, I sense there's, sometimes you're closed in, but sometimes you open up. You're like, there's like 2 characters, not in a bad way, it's a good way, that sometimes you're quite quiet in some places, but then sometimes you're quite bubbly. So you sort of change sometimes, only because you're the surroundings that you're in, you can sometimes be wary of who you're with, and with the people that that are around you. But that's natural, that's absolutely fine. But I can see the 2 characteristics that you have.
My Gemini self in
there. Yes. But the Scorpio just speaks sometimes. You're absolutely fine, but the Scorpio that I'm seeing in here sort of nips, so it might I think that they sort of interfere in your life a little bit too much, and that's probably why you don't like that, and you sort of close them off.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that
absolutely. Oh, I could go on forever. I'm so sorry.
That was really,
how long do
that
we
was
have?
mind-blowing, wasn't it, Rob? That the beginning,
yeah,
you were like, what is this about? What is this about? And I was off screen, and I was like, no, this is exactly right. So when you connected the dots, the key,
the
3, both the triple thing, but also the potential for 3, and also for that to be in 3, that's all like spot on. And the travel, going and coming back and then going. And now I'm thinking, because the travel and the move came up a couple of times, maybe it means you'll end up there.
I want to.
And I tell you, because that organization, in a way, has a way of magnetizing people to it. So that could be like, that was, to me, that was really, really mind-blowing, because I know you. It was like bam, bam, bam. And then I was like, with the T, what's the T? It was maybe the thing that you climb up. And at the very, very end, what was the last thing that blew? Oh, yeah, the island is a nickname to the place. So that was just...
And
that was a
I
lot
saw you appear in the
more.
corner. I was like, I could see you. Could see.
Oh, could you see me? Oh, I don't know what it looks like from from
Yeah.
your end, but I was like, yeah, holding my breath. It was
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly,
Yeah.
Sinem, that was unbelievable.
So
Oh,
accurate. So
thank you
Right?
so much.
Yeah.
Rob, you've had a lot of readings. You've given a lot of readings. That was
Yeah.
something else, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very spiritual. That's why the spirit started coming through, and I could sense that it was coming from his granddad, and that's when he came through as well.
Coming up with a name, with a camera on you and people watching across the world, that's not something that's just anyone.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No. It just
No.
I'm so
literally, and I
excited.
was seeing it, and they were saying to me, and the name David just come up straight away. It's not. It doesn't have to be in the cup. It's just the senses that I had, and when it
Yeah.
come through, and from his past line. Yeah.
That was really out of this world. Thank you so much, Sinem. That was incredible.
You're
Thank
most welcome.
you. Thank you.
You're
I'm so
most welcome.
excited now.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless
It's gonna
you.
work
Good
out for
luck.
me. I'm
Good luck.
excited.
It's
Thank
absolutely going to. Just keep moving forward, because that's, do you know what? Don't turn back. Just keep going forward.
Yeah. How amazing. And Sinem, I'll tell you privately the things that we're saying in code. I'll tell you after so that you know how unbelievably accurate you got it. It's okay, Rob, right?
Yeah. It's fine.
Thank you, my darling.
Sinem's like
Thank
the
you.
queen of mystery. She's never going to tell anybody because she has a lot of very high profile clients
Absolutely.
that we know
Bless
nothing
her.
about. So that already proves to you how discretion is her middle name. Fabulous. Thank you for joining us, Rob.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for my
Thank you,
amazing
Rob.
reading.
Thank you for allowing me to
Have a
meet
lovely
you.
night. Oh, that
Absolutely amazing.
absolutely melted me. That was incredible. And how you picked up on his heritage, I thought that was mind-blowing. That was so we're quite a Middle Eastern contingent tonight, actually.
We
Yeah,
are.
that didn't click for
Absolutely.
me. How fun.
Yes.
So as we come towards the end of the show, we're going to do something fun side by side, and we're going to invite people to send in some questions. If you've got
Of
your
course.
tarot with you or your angel cards, I'm not telling you how to do your work. We'll have people send in some mini readings, any questions. It can be as specific, as general as you fancy, and just for everyone to enjoy. So Grizzly has put up the request. You've got, I don't know if you're following at the same time because you're really into the reading, but there were loads of people saying what an incredible reading that was.
Oh, wow.
So the messages were coming up. So if you've got a question literally about anything, oh, we've got Tor. So Tor is also my good friend.
Oh, lovely.
It's like, I feel like when you're like a child and you're like at nursery all day and it's like so much fun because all of your besties are around you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. I've got all the funnest people here.
Amazing.
So a career reading for Tor. Have you got a card for him? Shall I pull a card for him? Or are you connecting?
You pull out.
Just
I'm
like
going to grab mine. Yep. You pulled that one out and I grabbed mine. Is that okay?
No problem. Let me go full screen. And Tor, your question is for your career. And look what it shows there. We've got the knight in shining armor. So if there's somebody that you've got a crush on, that person can further your career. Or if you notice that somebody has got a crush on you, that person will do something for you. Is it taking advantage? People use all sorts of words. Just go for it, because this is, how when you like play a game and you're like, how do I get to the next level? How do I get to the next level? And then it's something really, mysterious. How do you get to the next level? It'll be something sort of really hidden. That's what this is. This crush was put in your path, so that you can enjoy the benefits that it'll bring you. What have you got for Taurus in them?
Right, let's have a look. So what was it? It was for
Just
career.
just asking, a career question. General
Oh,
career. Ooh.
wow. I didn't need to do it. No. Six of wands.
Mm.
Now that's quite
What a
powerful.
beautiful deck.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love this one. And I believe that, do you know what? His paths are well open, aren't they? He should just keep moving forward. Just like Rob, life is too short. Do what you please to do. Don't listen to others. I believe that you know exactly what you want to do. You just need to go out there and do what you need to do. Don't listen to other people telling you not to, bringing you down. Don't allow that to happen.
And is the card showing us a figure like on a stage with a microphone next to them?
Because it's pure success. Absolutely. It is because he owns it. He actually owns what he's doing. He just needs to just get out and do it. I think that he's just holding himself back and he doesn't like change. So the change, he's afraid to change, but he shouldn't be. He should just, it's there. This card is
Will
showing
it
that.
blow your mind if I tell you that Tor is in fact a musician? Now look at the card.
Mashallah, that's all I'm saying.
Mashallah. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
And Tor has already sort of got back to you with a bit of feedback so that you know. He says, "Thank you. I am crying." That was
Just naturally, I didn't.
So spot on.
Absolutely, and he naturally fell through. You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, naturally. Right. Does anybody else fancy a little? Sorry, people are bantering at the bottom, and it is just so hilarious. But
wow.
yeah, a little twisted. A little twisted says, "General reading, please." Do you fancy going first for this one?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Do you want to, or
Go for it. Let's mix things up. Do it a little bit different each time. We're here to have fun, and
okay. So it's just general, yeah.
Yeah, general reading.
Who's this person?
So it's a little twisted, regular, and Scorpio, in fact.
The Judgment card we've got. So again, I feel that this person needs to has got a lot of things on their mind and on their plate, and they just need to finalize everything for them to open up that door. It is going to happen, but it will take time. But that judgment day will come, basically. So it will come. It's not reversed. It was facing forward. They're praying for it to happen. It will happen. They are going to get what they deserve.
Amazing. And what I've got here is actually a very, very calm message that says, whatever you do, Twisted, you've got a solid base to go back to. So you can launch forward completely fearlessly because your foundations are stable, your foundations are solid. So it doesn't matter how crazy you go, you'll always kind of rubber band it back to the starting point. We had, this is quite funny because Mitali sent a message that just said me, and I think she means, I also want a reading. So we've got Mitali and we've got Laurie Sue. We've got a thank you from Twisted. So we'll do Mitali very quickly again on a joint reading, and then we'll do Laurie Sue, who said, "I'd so much appreciated general reading this evening," and that will conclude us. So let's go with Mitali first.
Okay, do you want to go first then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go on.
So, Mitali, this shows balance. And what this tells you is that the calmer you manage to keep yourself, the more success will inevitably come to you. Inevitably. You can't keep away success. Now, this is not necessarily only financial success, not necessarily only business success. This is success on all the things that you want, and you're craving the emotional calm, the mental calm, the balance of everything in your life. And it says that the more peaceful and balanced you manage to make yourself, the easier this will be. So let's link it with the season, because in 11 days we've got the autumn equinox, and that is the time of perfect balance, the time when light and dark are in perfect balance. That is a great time for you to light a candle, say your prayers, and absorb that peacefulness and absorb that calm into your very self. And the stronger you feel in balance. So she's saying balance is hard for me. I'm meditating, and at the same time, Twisted also sent a message to say for her to meditate. It's funny, they sent it at the same time. I can see.
And for
I can see
I
the
was
time.
going to say deep cleanse as well would be amazing for her.
Brilliant idea. And then what can you see for her?
Absolutely. Let's go. This one. Oh, 4 of Cups.
Oh,
Look, wow. That is brilliant, isn't it? Because it's going with the balance that you were saying, that the worries that she had, she's just putting them into little, like she'd have a big problem, but what she's done now, she's separating them into little stages. So now she's trying to balance herself. She's doing really, really well. She's coming away from all that negative energy that she was feeling. She's becoming so much more better, and she's doing it all by herself. That is absolutely amazing. That is brilliant. And meditating is definitely one for this. Every day, if even 10 minutes of an evening, if you do meditating, it just clears everything, and you start the day fresh again the next morning. It's absolutely amazing.
amazing.
And I see that she's going to do so well. Yeah.
No, she is exactly that. And then the final reading tonight was, who was it that said that? Yes, Laurie Sue. I'm so sorry. I forget some of the names. Just saying, I would so much appreciate a general reading this evening. So let's go for it.
Shall I go?
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting the 5 of Wands. Look. So, for me, it's been a struggle, okay, and she's trying to put things on the back of her mind. Yes, she has got a lot on her plate, and she has to deal with them. And I think maybe children, if she has them, there's a lot going on in the background with family as well. So she's trying to help everybody. She is the main carer and helper for everybody, basically, and not enough for herself. So that's why she's trying to gather every single energy she can for herself. Okay, she's not feeling herself recently, but she will get there. She's doing too much. Absolutely, she's doing a lot for others.
So look what we've got here, a perfect match for it, because it shows that she's supporting everyone, not just the children. I think it's from the older generation as well. So she's like the linchpin of the whole family.
Absolutely.
Because it's been on her shoulders for a long time. And it's are you a lone parent as well? Because it says that everything's been on your shoulders for so long that you don't have the time to decide what's important and what's not important. So you end up still expanding energy in helping situations that can manage without you, but you're like in the habit of still, you know, being everything for everybody. So the most important thing is really to figure out where you're really needed and where you can just let go, because some people just they can manage better
They do, but they
without
just
you helping, because they'll learn how to do it
by
themselves. And Twisted is saying the glue that holds everything together. I know we spell that M-U-M, you might spell it M-O-M. The glue that holds everything together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. So Laurie Sue's got back to us, said, interesting perspective. No, I have no family other than my dog. In that case, it could be the worries of the world on your shoulders, which is even harder to shake off.
There is too much going on in her mind, and yeah, it's a struggle because she's not doing enough for herself, so it's for others that she's doing, and this is what it's showing. So.
Yeah, and it's kind of the, you know, it's so amazing to be a selfless person and to be there for everybody, but the flip side of it is that if you don't remember to prioritize yourself, nobody's gonna do that for you.
No, I'm afraid not.
No. Amazing. So even though we're having the best time, we're going to start we're going to start finishing, but before we go,
Yes.
Sinem, how do people get a hold of you if they'd like to learn more, if they'd like to have a reading for themselves, if they'd like to book you for a party?
Absolutely. Through Instagram, I'm called Altın Falcı. It's the same as Golden Fortune. I'm the same person, just Golden Fortune in English, and in Turkish, Altın Falcı. On
so
Instagram.
If anyone gets through to me, I'll put you straight through to Sinem, and we're going to put like a little clip from the show where we'll collaborate, right? We'll do like like a joint post. So you'll be able to sort of click through from my posts to Sinem's post. And I know that you're just back from holidays / readings abroad. Have you got any other travel planned, or are you kind of stationary for the next few months?
I'm going away in November, at the end of November, the 20th to the 25th, hopefully. We're going to New York for 5 days and doing group readings there.
Wow.
Face to face, yeah, with my clients that I have out there. Amazing. Can't wait.
That's amazing. Oh, you're going to have such a great time.
My first time, so first time in America.
First of many.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. And it's my daughter's 20th, so we're going to go out there and celebrate as well together.
Yeah. One of your clients has just popped on with a reading. I've got Senka saying, I flew to the UK to meet Sinem. We became best friends, and she has been my go-to person ever since.
Oh, bless you. Love you, Senka. Amazing.
That is beautiful. So I think this is like a brilliant note. Oh, Rob's popped on. Now he's watching the rest, and he's saying, thank you so much for my amazing coffee readings.
You're very welcome.
Right, I'm going to applaud on behalf of everybody else. Thank you so much for joining us. If we play nice, maybe you'll join us again sometime.
Of course I will. Thank you, Inbaal, for inviting me. It's been an amazing evening, and love you all.
It's a real pleasure. So to everybody, thank you for joining. If you're new, and even if you're not, make sure you like and subscribe. Here in the Bigfoot Outlaw family, everybody belongs. From coast to coast and across the world, we wish you a good afternoon, good night, or good morning, wherever you are.
Absolutely. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.